Alright, so in this video or in this tutorial, it is highly recommended that you watch this particular video before you attempt this design. Okay, that is not compulsory though, because in the resources you have all the images and this action as a PNG, not an editable PSD file. I'm not including any editable PSD file. Okay, so if you want this text effect, kindly watch this video for that. Okay, but for those of us who don't want to watch this video, you still have the chance to skip. Okay, because I will be showing you how I got the shield with the cross inside using the good text effect that we did in this particular video. So don't worry if you don't want to watch that video, you can skip. I will show you a specific time that you can skip to when I start creating or showing you how you can come across with this. That is for those who have watched this video and done that. Okay, but for those who haven't, you will skip in this video to the time we finish talking about this so that we can continue from there. So kindly grab the resources in the description, and without any further ado, let's jump right into this video. Alright, so we are in Photoshop and we are taking 1080 by 1350 pixels. Alright, 8-bit 300 resolution. For this, let's drop the background color and choose black. Okay, then click create. So let's grab a gradient, click here, drop the basics, select the first guy, foreground to background. For this color stop, we are making it black. For this guy, pick this color. Okay, then hit OK. So if you get here, just click somewhere here and then drag it up like this. Okay, so it's time for the background, and I'll bring this guy first. I'll push him up here. Okay, so I'll change it to screen, and I'll go to filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur 7.8. okay, then I'll add a layer mask, take the brush with foreground black. Okay, and then let's wipe here. We don't want any hard line over here. Now let's go and bring this guy, bring him down a little. Alright, so I'll go ahead and change this guy to screen. So there we have it, a background in less than 1 minute. Alright, so I'll add another glowy stuff on this, but not yet. So let's start with bringing this guy in here. So getting backgrounds is easy. Okay, you just need 1 or 2 things that I will teach in upcoming videos, so make sure you subscribe. All right, so let's select the layer below it and let's bring this lady. All rights reserved to the respective owners. Okay, so one thing about church flyers is you just need high quality images and then a blurred background to make it glossy, and you're good to go. And in talking about making sharpening images, kindly check this video out if you haven't. So let's go and bring this image. Now let's select the layer below these 3 images, which is this guy, and let's bring this image. So right now we are going to add layer mask on all of them. Okay, so let's start with this guy. You can click this guy to select the layer, add layer mask, grab the brush, foreground should be black. Okay, and we just hide over here. All right, and then you select the move to V on the keyboard, you click this lady, you add layer mask, then you brush, you grab the move to, you select this lady, all right. Now let's select the topmost layer and bring this guy. So on top of this is where you grab the type tool T on the keyboard, and then you just type faith in. I'm not going to type that, I'm just going to paste mine over here. So if you go to window and character, the font that I'm using is Montserrat. It will be included in the resources, or you can download them from the web. So I'm using black font family. I'm taking black and 20 for the size. Okay, and if we go to FX blending options and we click on bevel and emboss, for the style we take emboss. Okay, and technique smooth, and the depth, let's make it 533, and then the size we are making it 24. All right, so this is cool, and let's go ahead, maintain everything. Let's go ahead and click OK, and you can see it looks like it is part of the metal behind it. Okay, all right, but if you want to, you can go to FX and then blending options, and you can add a drop shadow. Okay, so you can take 97 for opacity, and the angle, the distance, you can make it 7, size 9, and you're good to go. Now we are up to the reason why I said you should watch this particular video before you attempt this flyer. Is I got mine already done right here. Okay, so if you already have this text effect, you're good to go. Just write action, and I know what you are thinking right now. I will show you that in a minute, don't worry. So I'm just going to show you how you can just do this shield right here. But to do the shield, you need to watch this video and have this text PSD file on your computer. Okay, but for those of us who don't want to watch any golden text video or know how I came across with this shield in Photoshop or the cross within that, don't worry, I left this PNG in the resources. You can kindly grab that and then just place it in here and skip this video to the time I'm showing on the screen. Okay, that's the time I finished talking about how I came up with the shield and mocked them using the golden text that we did in this video. Okay, so skip this to this particular number if you don't want to watch any video. So if you have watched this video and you have done this gold effect, go to file, new, and you can simply create a random document. Let's say this one is 5 by 5 inch. Okay, so you can make this, you can make the height 6. The height has to be longer than the width. Okay, and then you create, so take away the background. Okay, you can type N and then hide the background. Okay, and you can also hide this text. So let's, in the group with the rectangle, you have polygon 2. Okay, you right click on the set of tools, you take it, and if you have the polygon up here, you see size, select 3, and you can drag out a triangle. Okay, like this. So let's double click on the layer thumbnail and paste in the color that we copied. Okay, and hit P on the keyboard for the pen tool, and in the group, right click in the same group, you have curvature tool, this guy, curvature tool, click that, and with the curvature tool you can click here and drag out like this. Okay, and you can also click here and drag out, and you can click the middle here and then you drag it up like this, but it is a curve, we don't want a curve, so hold Alt on the keyboard and click on this guy to make it a corner point. Okay, and you can click here and drag in, click here and drag in, you have a shield, simple as ABC. But there is one thing that you need to take note of. In getting a perfect shield, you can use the rulers. You can hit Ctrl R for rulers, and where this guy down here, okay, where this guy, the point is, you just put the ruler on, and you can use this to put this guy on it directly, and you can grab a ruler from the top here and touch these two guys. So if these two guys are also cool, then you know what to do, and you can check the, you can check the two anchor points if they are in line. So you see this guy is quite up, you can bring it down a little and everything is perfect. All right, so with the cross, you can grab the rectangle tool and you can create a cross outside here. So if this is your cross, okay, so that's cool. You just select the two layers, and up here you can make them in align vertically. Okay, so with this two layers selected, you just hit Ctrl E to merge the layers. Okay, and place them here. Double click on the layer thumbnail to change the color to more visible color. Can put it here. Okay, and hold Ctrl, click on the layer thumbnail to make a selection. Oh, okay, so it selects only one. Now we don't need this guy, so let's right click and rasterize the layer. And now this time let's hold Ctrl and click on the layer thumbnail to select, make a selection around the cross. And you can delete this guy, you still have the selection, and add layer mask onto this. So if the bigger portion disappears, undo that, go to select, inverse, and we are rather hiding the middle one, so add layer mask and the middle one is gone. Okay, so after this, go to file and then save as, and find a location where you find it easily. Okay, and then you can change the name to shield and then drop this and save as PNG. It will take away the background. Okay, they won't save with the background. I won't save this because I have this. All right, and now we go to our go text. If you watch this video, this is where it ends. Okay, open yours up and grab the type tool, click, and you can change this to Acti. All right, and after this, just go ahead and take away the background and save this as PNG. Go to file, save as, find a perfect location for that and save this as PNG, click save. All right, after that you change this to N and you save this one to as PNG. All right, so after that, on the text layer, just right click and convert to smart object. Then after that, double click the layer thumbnail, and then you have this. Okay, so you can turn this guy off and locate where you saved this guy. Okay, and then just paste him up here. So in order to have an equal size, okay, so let me turn this guy back, or we are just scaling it up to fit. Okay, all right, so this is cool. Now the effect that we have here, the N layer, you can hold Alt on the keyboard, click on this effect right here, click on the text effects and drag it up. Okay, so we have the effect transferred to this. Now all that we need to do is hit Ctrl S to save. Okay, so I've saved. So just like regular mockups, you just go back to your text effect and you have the effects right here. So I'll go ahead and save this as PNG. Okay, go to file, save as, and then you save it at a place where you remember and save it as PNG. All right, so I'll save it here. Okay, and now this is just like normal mockups or text effects, so we don't want this, so you can hit Ctrl Z multiple times until you have your good text back again. Now if you want to change the text, you just grab the type tool and change the text right here. But in case you want to add a shape or a logo, you simply go through the same process. Okay, so you just right click and convert the text to smart object, and then you double tap on the thumbnail, you just hide this, you import your logo and you just transfer the effect as I did. You hit Ctrl S to save, and when you come back it will be applied over here. Then after that, you just create a new landscape document like this and you bring in all the PNGs that we saved. Okay, so you just arrange them. This one goes here, this guy goes in here, and this guy will be here. All right, so after that, you just take away the background and you save this as PNG. Okay, and you can import it here. That's how I came up with this. Okay, so that was a long journey. All right, so now let's click on this, let's select this guy. Okay, this guy, let's select that and let's create a new layer on top of that. Let's grab the brush tool, make sure your foreground is black. Okay, And let's add small shadows over here, just like this. Good. Now let's click on this guy, okay, this guy, to select the topmost layer, and let's bring this. So you can hold Shift and Alt on the keyboard to squeeze it down like this, okay, and you can of course place it here, and then change the blend mode to linear dodge. Add Control T, and let's raise it up a little bit. Let me zoom in. All right, then hold Shift and Alt and drag in from here. Those cool. Okay, so right now what we are going to do is very easy. We are just going to get some two guidelines. Okay, so let's grab the rectangle tool and click once, and for the width we are taking 147 pixels. For the height we are making it 72 pixels. So we got this guy right here, and double click to change it to more visible color or something. All right, now let's place it here. Okay, and drag rulers as always. You can hold Alt and click to get a vertical one from here. Drag this guy down here. All right, so after this, with this guy still selected, we can bring him here. Okay, can bring him here, and in the properties, if you can't find the properties, go to window and properties down here. It'll open up, and this is the width. The W is the width. Okay, we can change it to 202, and we extend the width, and we also grab rulers and we bring it here, and then grab a ruler. All right, so after that you can delete this guy, and again let's grab the rectangle to click once, and for the width we are picking this 677.43, and for the height we are making it 45.21 pixels. Okay, so let's double click this guy to change it for the meantime, and let's place it here. Then after that you can duplicate, hold Alt, click and drag this guy below. Okay, and we can change the width and the height in the properties. So for the width we are making it 314.77, and the height 104.62. okay, and for the radius let's make it 16. All right, and again let's hold Alt, click and drag one here. All right, in the properties we are only changing the width to 196.77. okay, and reduce the width. Okay, so I'll shift it here a little. Okay, and the last one, let's hold Alt, click and drag to duplicate. Okay, and let's change the width to 149.25. let's place it here. Okay, so now click on this. Okay, click on this guy and hit Control J. We have duplicated it, so Control T, hold Shift, and in the middle anchor point drag it to this side, and after that double click the layer thumbnail and paste. I'm pasting this color, so copy this color. So right now let's select this guy. Okay, let's select this guy, and in the properties, the fill, let's add gradient, and over here let's set the angle to 0. Click this. For this color stop, make sure you have the foreground to background selected, and this color stop we are making it pick this color, and this color stop to pick this color. And let's select this guy, double click on the thumbnail, and let's push it to white. Okay, and now let's select this guy, and let's go and add gradient. Okay, let's set the angle to 0 and click this. For here we are taking this color, and this side we are taking. All right, and this guy right here, double click on the layer thumbnail and pick this color. All right, so I got my info. This one is theme, community service and outreach, church, auditorium, date, time, and then for inquiries or something. And at the top here I got the church logo and stuffs up there. So now it's time to add the glows. Okay, so let's select the topmost layer and create a new layer on top of that. Let's change the blend mode to linear dodge, add. Now grab your brush, soft round brush, and we are picking this color. Okay, so with this, make sure your brush is big like mine. Okay, and click once, and then let's go ahead and change the fill to 50. All right, And now let's change the color to this color and grab the same brush. Now let's come somewhere here and then click. Okay, you got that. And with this same color, let's scroll down and select the topmost layer of the background images, which is this guy right here. Create a new layer on top of that, change the blend mode to linear dodge, add, and we are going to use a brush that I included in the resources, Firespark brushes. Okay, so when you go to window and brushes, the brushes panel will open up, and when you click this icon over here, you go to import brushes, then you locate where you have the brush Firespark brushes, and then you select that, then you hit load. Make sure you select the first Firespark brush. Okay, the size is big, so right click and then reduce the size. Okay, so I have a size right here, which is, I'm going to use this one, 1700. Okay, and the angle goes here, so I'll hit enter and I'm going to click once over here, and then I'll come here and click once. Okay, so now you have choices over here. For me, I don't kind of like how these lights are sharp in the background, but if you like them, you can keep that. But I would love to go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and then add 12.5 pixels on that. And the last thing is adding the names of the pastors. So name here, name here, name here, you add the names, and that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more graphic design tutorials. This is Scoop Graphics with the Design Chef, and I'm out. Peace.